Lambeau now ready to put this one in the air. And off we go from Jacksonville. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage. Stuff him in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Calais Campbell in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Mariota will need a big play after the sack as the Titans come up 3rd and long. From the gun, Mariota. Flush to his right. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down. Mariota hands to Henry. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Only a yard of the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Going with a screen for Murray. And he is going to feel that one. Knocked down hard. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to make it 4th down. On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. Back deep for the Jaguars, Marquise Lee. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22. Speaking of Leonard Fournette, had the ankle injury in last week's game. Good news, though, he's on pace to play against Indianapolis in the coming week.
And how excited are the Jaguars to get that news, because he has been an absolute wrecker when he's had the football in his hands. 90-yard touchdown run in the game last week. 75-yard touchdown run this past week. And that is a big man. What do they say? A full-grown man carrying the football. And Kareem Hunt, who set the pace for rookie runners, Leonard Fournette's now within 34 yards of the pace that Hunt is setting.
I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on. And I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Probably a little bit of a surprise call there on 3rd and inches that they decided to throw the football. And how difficult is that for an offensive line when they look up and see all those extra bodies coming at them?
Tons of bodies coming in. They get a huge sack there. And a big loss here as he's taken down. With the former Volunteer Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Titans with a football here to begin quarter number 2. They take over 1st and 10 in excellent field position here. The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here.
They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting, starting with this type of...
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Titans are able to strike for 6. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run, end result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Now here's Suckup out to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And before Jacksonville takes the next snap on offense, discuss what they've got coming up. They've got a chance because it's a pretty favorable schedule the next 6 weeks. You and I were looking at it the other day.
It certainly is. And remember, they're in a 3-way tie for first in the AFC South right now at 3-3. So you mentioned that favorable schedule. At Indianapolis, home against the Bengals, home against the Chargers, at Cleveland, at Arizona, home against the Colts again. If someone wants to take charge of this division, and if that somewhat is indeed Jacksonville, here's their opportunity.
And boy, the fans in North Florida are hungry for it. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. On second down, here's Fournette. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt, I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Bortles looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And that's complete to Lewis. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jonathan Cyprien. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Blake Bortles simply cannot keep putting his team, putting his defense in these types of predicaments. He's got to take care of the football.
And last season, a lot of the turnovers, just like this one, in Jags territory. 11 of the 16 really put them in a tough spot in plus territory for the opposition.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
They keep it with Henry on first down. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. Mariota gives to Henry. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, Hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And Suckup will put this one right through, and the lead moves to 10-zip. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or 2 shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to tackle. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Daquan Jones in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Now Bortles throwing on 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. On 3rd and long, it's Bortles. Buying time to his left. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
So on 4th down, here's Brad Nortman on to punt it away. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. With it is Jackson. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Titans are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over 1st and 10. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. And some room to work. And he's going to go out of bounds at the 30-yard line. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a 1st down. Fresh set of downs here. Now Mariota. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
Second down now after the incompletion. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Walker. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. And it's 1st and goal now, but still 10 yards to go. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Now a second down throw for Mariota. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And sucked right through. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Well, now they'll try the end around. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Bortles to throw on second down. And this is incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Throwing his Bortles on third down. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Sylvester Williams able to get him down behind the line of scrimmage, and it'll be fourth down. Here's Brad Nortman now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to second and 4.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out. But a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They'll run it again with Henry. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers.
Neither side looks on track in the ground game. The Titans on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now with a play clock at 4, we're going to get a timeout call. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The Titans on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Working out of the gun. Mariota into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Paul Posluszny. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
So after the INT, it's Bortles. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
Back to the air on second down. It's Bortles. And he slings one that's incomplete. Marquise Lee, the intended target. Third down here.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Here we go now. Green 90. Green 90.
Again, they'll throw with Bortles. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. So on 4th down, Doug Marrone going to send out his field goal unit. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. Now Henne. And all the gamble fails. It's incomplete. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. Hey, want to switch gears for a second. I'm going way off the radar here, but Tariq Cohen threw a touchdown pass last week, standing at 5'6". And
a towering 5'6".
You had an interesting note on this.
Yeah, he's the first player 5'6" or shorter to throw a touchdown pass in the NFL since Wee Willie Smith of the New York Giants in 1934.
I got to look this up.
All right, and I've had a lot.
Wee Willie Smith.
And I've had a lot of historians say, hold it a second. Eddie LeBaron, remember the quarterback? Eddie was 5'7", folks. He was posting up Tariq Cohen, okay?
I got it right here. Wee Willie Smith. You are correct.
Thank you.
It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Again to Henry. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first as they burn one here in this third quarter. Now a handoff to Henry. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. try to run for the first with Henry. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
They'll run. It's Henry. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
And some teams just feel that possession is the key to everything. They just want to have the football in their hands. No matter how it goes to the other team, they just don't trust doing that. So they say, let's go for it and try and finish it ourselves.
Bortles now on first down. Lee's got it over the middle. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Wesley Woodyard coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. On second down, here's Bortles. And this is caught at the 8. And they do get him down, but not before he reaches the 4-yard line. He got 29 yards that time. Shotgun now for Bortles. And that'll be incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
Here we go now. Green, 90. Green, 90.
Working from the gun, it's Bortles. Flushed out right. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great effort there from 4 yards out. And the Jaguars are back within a score. Josh Lambo now for the point after. And that'll make it 13-7. Here's Lambo out to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20. His guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Getting late here in the fourth, and if this team has any chance to win this football game, their defense obviously needs a stop here. Here's Murray now as they run it to start the drive. And, oh, he is really laid out that time. Knocked flat on his back at the 21-yard line. Decent start defensively to this series. They've got to stop them here and get this ball back.
I like the way you phrase that, partner. Decent start, but now it's got to be more about the ball. It's all about the ball, getting it away from them, because making good tackles is one thing, but the clock will run out on you. You've got to have the football back for your offense.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. He'll wind up getting 11 on that one, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. To throw is Mariota. He locates Walker, complete. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Titans. Delaney Walker, 68 yards. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Now here's Suckup out to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player, not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Bortles now to throw. Now a desperation throw, and that's caught inside the 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. It's a big play for the Jaguars. And even 40 yards. On first down, Bortles. He's going to let it fly. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call, and you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all of that yardage. That would be a big play.
So 2nd and 10 here.
Watch left, watch left. Here we go now. Green 90. Green 90.
Bortles to throw once more. The swing pass caught. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Mercedes Lewis, 28 yards. And the Jaguars have cut it back within a score. So here we go now as the Jaguars will go for 2.
Here we go now. Green 90. Green.
He'll look to throw. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. So here we go with the onside kick. They'll need a recovery and a touchdown. A field goal does them no good. And the Titans are going to recover the football. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number.
And a big hit there as he runs into a brick wall right there at the 43. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. Again, it's Murray. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And they take a knee. Here's Brett Kern now as he'll punt it away for the second time. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we sign off from Jacksonville.